What's up, everybody? Crazy Ace here with another Transformers: The Age of the Primes review. This time we're looking at the third Combaticon Blastoff. Let's take a look at the box, and then we'll get into this figure. Alright, so this is the typical Age of the Primes box that we've been looking at for the past, I want to say, this is the second year we're looking at this format. So, as you know, we got the plastic packaging, the steps over here, image of Blastoff in robot and alt mode. 3 of the primes to all as one. Dark class, this side of the box. Collector combined, and you got Bruticus right there. This side of the box, you have Blastoff, 17 steps to go from robot to shuttle mode. Down here, we have the words, barcode, the boring bottom, and just the top saying Blastoff. That's the box. Let's take a look at the bot and his accessories. Alright, so here's the figure out of the packaging. Let's take a quick look at him. Before you go any further, just note, this comes packed separately. It pegs into right here. And I had it originally folded the wrong way. I'm like, that looks stupid. But I couldn't really get it to fold this way. I finally got it to fold the right way. So it looks a little better, but I kind of wish it would fold up into here somehow. You know, a little cleaner. But what you gonna do? So let's take a look at the robot in all his glory. Here's his head. Big old bucket. Got some browns, silvers, and a light pink and dark gray. Going down, you got the chest with the purples. Something kind of logo right there. Arms are clean in the vortex. So far, they're so good. They really crapped on vortex, I think. They should have done better. Here's his feet. Got a lot of browns going on here and dark grays. Some purples for his feet. Got some big legs. That's pretty cool looking, but too bad you can't. Too bad you can't turn the other way. Pretty clean profile. Not much of a backpack, which is nice. He feels good too. Plastic quality feels really good. So let's take a look at his accessories. Let's see what he comes with. It's only 2 blasters. Not the cleanest. Got some hollow bits in there with some details inside the hollow bits. I don't know why they do that though. I don't know why. They're both the same. They are both the same. There are a few options you can do with the guns. You can put them down here on the wings for storage. You could put them as wrist cannons like that, which I do like that. That looks pretty good. Or, you know, like that as a regular gun. So you have them dual wielding. Like that. Which is nice. You know, you got some good options, which is nice. But again, like, why are they? I feel like that they're... Alright, there you go. Now for some comparisons. Here with Vortex. You see the size difference between him and Brawl, which you really can't tell. Looks like they're almost the same height. Here's 3 of the 5 together in a group photo, and they look pretty good together. Can't wait to get the other 2 to finish them off. So that was robot mode. Please stay tuned, and we will be doing the transformation next. Alright, so let's do this transformation. First thing, let's take these weapons and put them off to the side, and then so we can get started. Make sure all his limbs are nice and straight, nothing's bent. Makes transformation easier. Okay. Now he's all static in a nice static pose. Let's get him transformed into his alt mode. Alright, so the first thing is to bring the arm and this piece right here up. I kind of cheated because this is really tight, so I already unclipped it. So you want to bring it all the way up, like that. See, this piece clips into right here. So if you look at it on this side, this piece right here, which I already unclipped, you gotta take it and bring it up. That's the first step. Next step is to take this and turn it like that on both sides. So you have this piece looking like that underneath of the arms. Turn them around, take this part, and pull it back, just to get it out the way. Then you want to take his head and just, what am I doing wrong? It says, no, just tight. I'm scared I'm gonna break this thing. All right, let me try it off camera real quick. All right. So, with some force, push it down. The other thing you want to do is take these hands and turn them like that. So now you have the complete nose. I didn't do that earlier, but we could do it now. There you go. So we have that going on. That was scary. So now what you want to do is you want to bring these up and join them together. Let me bring the camera up a little bit so we can see what I'm doing. There you go. So you can form the front part of the shuttle. Just make sure everything's nice and flush. Now you want to take this and close it back up. There you go. So you got the front part of the shuttle looking pretty done. I like how that looks though, with that big Decepticon logo. And you want to turn them around, you want to come down here and open up these panels. Like that. Again, open up as hard as you could for this next step. All right, so you want to take the legs, put them together, tab them in like that so they don't move. And then you want to take, at the knee, bring them down into here and fold them up. So you want to fold them up at the knee, a little tight, but then it should come up and it should snap into place up here. There we go. So you have that part. So you have it looking like that. Next thing you want to do is the obvious, is close this up like this and like that. Bring these feet up like that. And then of course, you know, bring the fins up and the wings down. And there you go. Blast off is in his alt mode. Wait, there's more. He has the landing gear right here in the middle, right above the Decepticon logo. And just want to, it's hard to get in there, but there. You can barely see it but it's there. Do we have any in the back? No, they're molded in, unfortunately. But there you go. Now he's done. All right, so here he is in his alt mode, and he is a shuttle, which is weird considering what the Combaticons are. Surprised they didn't make a plane, but I guess, you know, then, you got Superion and all them, so it'll probably be confusing. But anyway, it is what it is. So here's like a brown, purple, gray space shuttle. Got the big old Decepticon logo right there. Let's take a look at the details. Got some good details on them. You can see the door right here. Cockpit right up here. Here it is from the side. Got his thrusters back here. Here it is from the top. Then the bottom, which hides him pretty well, all his stuff. Of course, there is weapon storage. Put him there. You could put it there. But I think if you put him over here, he won't be able to stand. Yeah, he slows down. So your best bet is to put him right here. That way he sits flush. So you got an attack shuttle coming into Earth. Try to get these straight. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's do some comparisons. Here he is next to Vortex. And here he is next to Brawl. Here's a group shot of all three of them together. Looking mean. Just because I wanted to show the difference between him and Skylinks and a couple other shuttle bots to see the differences in size. Of course, Skylinks is huge because he's a commander class. Now this one I had to dig deep for to find it, but this is from the Botropolis Rescue Mission, and these two is Fuser and Autobot Blastmaster that form the little shuttle you see ahead. This little guy right here. It's a really cool playset, actually. But here's the shuttle from that. And here he is with Astro Train. Quick, I found the other version of Fuser and Blaster Master, I think that's his name, in another bag with different colors. So as you can see, I got two of them. One with the 3-pack and one as he came regular. Yeah, I forgot I had two of them. Alright, and that was my look at his alt mode. Alright, so that was my look at each of the Prime's blast stuff. 3 out of 5 of the Combaticons down, which is great. Bring me on the last 2 so I can have my Brooder Kiss. Robot mode is really good looking, very clean. Of course, you got some hollow bits. You can see some right there. And I believe there's some in his arm too. Not too bad. Profile, oh, hold up. There we go. Back of the profile isn't so bad. Legs a little chunky. This piece right here, wish we could have had better storage for it, or maybe fold it into here somehow instead. Alt mode, here's a space shuttle, not much to talk about. Colors are weird, brown on purple and all that, but that's what it was in G1, so we gotta go with it. Accessories, 2 guns, that's it. Nothing to brag about. All in all, good figure. I'm just gonna let that have them so I can get my Brooder Kiss done. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you all enjoy it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button if you want, and follow. Thank you everyone, and see you soon.